Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is a lovely Wednesday afternoon. I'm going straight to my time. And here are today's notices. First of all, Mr. Bicknell, I hear we had some very good results yesterday, didn't we, sir?
Well, some fantastic sport going on yesterday. The rugby boys narrowly lost to First Platte. Some interesting hockey scores. But we're getting there. Potential has been shown, and we're looking forward to the Year 8s beating Caldecott Prep this afternoon.
Excellent. Thank you very much indeed, Mr. Bicknell. Always nice to hear about sport. Hello, ladies. It's so much more fun when they're trying not to get on camera than when they're jumping around behind me. So, today's notices are going to have a slightly different focus. I am not going to nag you about do's and don'ts, and instead I'm going to talk about something far more important today, which is your learning. Now, what I want to do over the course of this year is to make sure that all the teachers and all the students are focusing on these same aspects of learning at the same time. So you'll probably be aware that once a week we hold a teacher training session to look at different areas of teaching and learning and how we can make sure you're learning really well and making excellent progress. What I'm also going to do now is start using these notices to tell you what the teachers are focusing on and how you can help with that. This morning we ran a really important session for all the teaching staff, and that was on the importance of feedback, and specifically on students giving feedback to one another. Lots of you will have seen over the course of the last year my big butterflies in Brunel Herschel. I'm going to go and look at those butterflies now. But I have asked every single teacher to give you plenty of opportunities to feed back to one another on the quality of your work. So to look at the work of another student and to say, that's really good, well done. However, you can improve on that. The first step in that process is we're talking about a list of just ground rules for feedback, do's and don'ts. For example, one of our ground rules will be always start with something positive. Always be specific in the feedback you give, those kind of things. Now, those are going to be with you in due course because they're going to have them printed and put in the rooms. But what I want to talk about right now is butterflies. These on the wall here are butterflies drawn by students last year. They are based on something called Austin's butterfly. Students who are new this year, you will do this with me at some point. And the idea is that everybody draws a butterfly and then they get some feedback on the idea of how to improve. And they draw the butterfly again and again and again with feedback each time. And you can see very quickly how much these butterflies improve. So there's one there, that's version 4. That was version 1, and that student made that improvement from there to there in about 15 minutes based on feedback. That shows you visually how important feedback can be. So, here is what I've asked teachers to do. They're going to be providing you with lots and lots of opportunities to feedback, excuse me ladies, to feedback to one another. You're going to know that you're being given one of those opportunities because when they do so, if they're in a room with a projector, they are going to display, we've got to go into my office to see this, they are going to display this symbol here, Mr. McCary's feedback butterfly. It even says the word feedback in the middle. It's quite hard to see off the screen. That's going to demonstrate that this is an opportunity for you to feed back to one another. And I cannot tell you how important that is. It is statistically proven to be one of the most effective ways at improving your learning and progress, even if you don't feel you're good at it or you're not confident with it at first. So this is going to be happening lots, and you're going to be seeing that butterfly in your lessons. One of the most simple techniques that teachers are going to use to ask you to feedback to one another, you can see we're just getting it up on my screen here, is with www, I don't know if we can see that actually, can you see that? No, stupid selfie stick. www and EBI, I think that's not worked properly. www standing for what went well, and EBI standing for even better if. So the simplest and first way many teachers will be asking you to feedback to one another is by telling your partner in writing or verbally something they did well and something they can be improved on. Hopefully lots of your teachers will be giving you lists of success criteria as well. I'll be very clear. I believe this is one of the things that is most important to your learning and progress. So I am expecting you guys to take it seriously. I will be dropping into notices more of our ground rules, more ideas, more ways to help you do this really well. But this is all of us working together now. Your teachers are doing it, and I'm expecting you to be doing it as well and taking those opportunities. Co-curricular this afternoon should be exactly the same as last Wednesday. The only difference being, if you are a Year 9 student involved in movie making, I'm here this afternoon, so you'll be with me. I think that's it for today. Have a lovely afternoon, and I will see you all tomorrow. Oh, one more thing. I'm not changing anybody's co-curricular till next week, so don't even ask. I'll talk to you about that next week. Take it easy. Take care. Bye.